Yes, respected youngsters, welcome you all. Receive my gratitudes, receive my congratulations, and my wishes and prayers for all of us that we continue this great endeavor of studying our Sanatana Dharma Shastras to keep up our information level, knowledge level, inspiration level to live a noble life for us and the world at large so that this human life is fulfilled. We enter into the pavilion with the bats raised that we not only have hit the required centuries, but we also made our team win. So, welcome you all. Like every day, today also, four things we will do: common sense thought, Sankalpa, Sahana Bhavatu, Geetha Adhenam. And this Geetha, only few more days we have to study. Steadily we are going through. Friends, in today's common sense thought, two quick things we browse through. First one is what? As a human being, to be miserable is the most miserable thing. And as a human being, to be happy is the happiest thing. So, freedom from misery, freely being happy should be the goal and should be achievement of every being. Goal is yes, everybody is keeping that only as goal, technically called as dukkha nivrutti sukha prapti. And every one of us are struggling. Yet, look into our hearts, looking to our vyavaharas, more and more are the dukkhas, less and less are the sukha. So, we have to make an inquiry about this. We have to do the vicharana. We have to understand the thing. In short, in this regard, to be very clear about every aspect, we are expected to be wise. It is only the correct information or knowledge or wisdom when we called as wise persons that we can really achieve these two goals of dukkha nivritti, sukha prapti. Correct? Now we are analyzing on that for 2, 3, 4 minutes. What is it is? First and foremost is please remember, please listen, please understand that sukha and dukkha are the effects, the final effects in the mind. कार्य कहते हैं उसको. Sukha and dukkha are the final effects. These karya, the final effects, sukha dukkha, come to us through so many means or media. They all, those means media are called nimitta. Which are the nimitta? Our own dehendriya prana mano buddhi. Sharira, senses, mind, intellect, they are the nimittas. And then the outer place where we are placed, that becomes nimitta. And the objects that are there around, that becomes the nimitta. Various situations that come and go become nimitta. More importantly, all the living beings around us. That can be Pashu Pakshi Vanaspati, that can be our own human clan, human beings, in the form of various relations. While saying all of that, consciously, I repeatedly said one word. The word was nimitta. Nimitta means medium. Through those sources or media, we are getting the karya, the effect, the result, the dukkha or sukha. They never are the direct cause. Understood? Not understood. That's why the whole problem. Nobody is the direct cause for our sukha dukkha. They are nimitta. Like the postman is giving you the letter, a courier person is giving the courier. It's only a nimitta, na? He's not giving. कि वो आज दिया कल दिया था yesterday the postman a letter or the courier boy. Next day you saw him. अरे भैया कल दिए थे आज भी दे दो. He will not give because he was not the one yesterday also who gave. He only was nimitta. Isn't it? Then if they are nimitta and is sukha dukkha in our mind are the karya, what is the karana? We must ask first. The karana is our own karma, our own actions. That day when we realize this fact, we are really becoming wise. This is the real wisdom. Very soon we have to get into. Our karma only making these whole list of the things as nimitta, result become a karya effect as sukha and dukkha in our life. So karma becomes karana, sukha dukkha becomes karya. Karma is the cause, sukha dukkha the effects. Entire in between things are only the means or medium. Therefore, what is the wisdom here? Let us know that which are the karmas to be done, as a result of which, through various nimitta, sukha only comes to us. Do them. Who told you to be in poverty? Who told you to be in suffering? You must have lots of riches. Everybody should love you. Very good health must be there. Excellent food must be there. You must enjoy life, even though you are adhyatmic sadhak. Tapasya is different, where we give up everything, sit quietly to go deeply in meditation. That's different. Even when we are sadhaka, spiritual person, why should we be in poverty and frustration? Just because I am sadhaka, why should I have the diseased body? Just because I am sadhaka, why should I have people all angry with me? What's wrong if I get a good health, good healthy body and do sadhana? What's wrong if I have all people loving me and I'm being a sadhaka? Nothing wrong, no? It can be. So then, how to get all these things then? Givers of sukha to me, knowing which are the causes by which all these positive sukha comes to me. Equally, what are the things done by me because of which they become cause for the effect of dukkha? Avoid them, isn't it? And basically, we do karma three types, three ways. One is the karma, the actions through our body and senses. Kaika, indriyaka karma, they can be called as. Second is the karma we do with the vani, which is very terrible. Every word we utter is noted, and how much it's causing sukha and dukkha in the others, that's noted. Accordingly, we are rewarded. So, to manasika karmas we do. To kaya, vacha, manasa, what karmas we do, up to that it's in our hands. The karma phala through some or the other nimitta comes to us in the form of sukha or dukkha. तो कायिक वाचिक मानसिक क्रियाएं कर्मों को now let us do such ones only which give us sukha. Let's avoid all that gives dukkha. That's why our shastras again and again say, Bhaiya dharma karo. Through some nimitta, you get the shanti. Bhaiya punya karo or seva karo. From some nimitta, you get the prema. Then punya karo. From some nimitta, you get more and higher and higher greater, what you call sukhas. Upasana karo. By the grace of the upasya devata, higher and higher abodes you will get. यज्ञ आगादि करो, उससे भी आपको all comforts here and hereafter मिलेंगे. And in your karma is आध्यात्मिक साधना, तुमको तो फाइनल मोक्ष ही मिलेगा. Opposite, धर्म के जगह अधर्म करो, then you will not have shanti in the mind. सेवा की द्वारा जगह लेजी बनो, then you will not have the love from everybody. पुण्य की जगह पाप करो, whatever sukha you have, that also goes away. Upasana की जगह नास्तिक बनो and talk against the Lord. Then instead of blessed by the Lord, you will be cursed only. Isn't it? Nastik bano, don't do any spiritual sadhana, continue as an individual with all arrogances, then get birth and die, and in between nothing but suffering. So kaya, vacha, manasa, indriyahi. If we do those actions which become cause for getting us the sukha as the result, sukha will come to us through various nimitta of the upadhis, of the people, of the places, situations. Same way with kaya, vacha, manasa, indriya, do those causes, karmas, which affect in the dukkha, then definitely we get dukkha. You can't avoid it. So therefore, have the wisdom, clearly study Shastras and know how the show of the world is run by the Creator, the Lord, to which jivas gives sukha, to whom he gives dukkha. He is not biased. That's the kisi ko khushi, sukhi. As I said just now, to someone he gave the healthy body, rich family, lots of money, all bhoga. Another one he gave birth in, made that fellow be born in the slum area without even food, clothing. It's not his mistake. परमात्मा का नहीं. His job is to give you wisdom, freedom, and whatever you do, to that he gives the result. I have to have the wisdom. Basic thing is knowledge, wisdom मुझे होना है. उसके अनुसार जीना है. This is the first thought today. Search out for doing those karma, kaya cha manasa, which should give us sukha. Without doing them, expecting sukha is foolishness. So to doing all nonsense and saying that Why I am suffering, dukkha should not come to me. Oh, also you can't avoid. Be wise. And this is how the show of the world running. You should not change the rules, regulations, nor for your individual sake, the rules will change. No, you have to abide by them. Traffic rules are made by the traffic department, keeping the total traffic in mind. They can't make rules adjusted for you, individual. You have to follow the rules. That's it. The whole universe is made by the law. That law is called as dharma. It won't change for you. You have to understand and adjust according to it. And why not? Why you have to have that arrogance that no, everything should change according to me? It won't. If that's the case, then if everybody thinks like that, that everything should change according to me, then there'll be no system. Like one religion is there. सबको मारो जो हमको नहीं मानते हैं. अरे बेवकूफ, if others also think like that and they kill you, who will remain on the earth as human beings? Whichever the book that is written, whoever is written, that is wrong basically. How can you justify killing anyone just like that? Because they are not believing your think path. They have their own path. They are also reaching God. See that some funny notions are made by some people. In the same way, if we try to make our own rules, breaking the universal rules, we suffer. Why should you break? Why that ego? Why that arrogance? Why not be a part of the total? Think like that. Clear? This is the first common sense thought today. The second is very crucial, important key. Remember, we are the conscious beings. Being conscious beings, we are the masters. Being conscious beings, we have the freedom. Other than we, the conscious beings, is the non-conscious inert matter, which called as prakriti. Prakriti being matter, it is not independent. That it can sway over us, that it can overpower us. In short, it is a Purusha who is supposed to expected to rule the Prakriti with all his capacities, not the other way around that. The Prakriti rules the Purusha. Like it's the parents who have to command the children, not the other way, that the children are pampered so much and tampered so much that they sit on the head of the parents. Like the modern Beoku families. You may be one of them or though I don't know that. Either that way or this way. So we are the Purusha, we have to command the Prakriti, not that we have to become slave. But not having this wisdom again. I'm talking about wisdom again. Not having this wisdom, we allowed the Prakriti to dominate. Rather, we have become slave to that Prakriti. Prakriti did not make us. Prakriti is Jada. It doesn't. Isn't it like the electricity? It has not come to give me shock. I went and put my plug there put my finger in that plug and I switched on. So you cannot blame the electricity कि तुमने मेरे को shock क्यों दिया. उसने नहीं दिया. Like you put the finger in the fire. Fire did not come and burn you. You went there. The same fire when used properly, it is helpful for you to cook the food. It is your slave. But क्यों मेरे को अग्नि ने जलाया तू उधर गया क्यों? Anywhere you see, Prakriti is Jada, it cannot overpower Purusha, you and I, unless we become slave to them. First point of the second point, that we have the commanding power, not knowing it. Like the Guru has to have commanding power on the Shishya. Like the king has to have the commanding power on the Prajas. Isn't it? Because that's why only is the king. That's why he's called as father. That's why he's called as the Guru. That's why he's called as teacher. Isn't it? They are supposed to have. We have also. But not knowing this, that means lacking this wisdom, we have went on, we have behaved in such a manner that now we have become slave to Prakriti. Even now we can come out of it. Still, we say, no, I'm like that only, I can't. Allowing ourselves to sink more and more. But the one who has got this wisdom, knowing that I allowed the Prakriti to bind me, then it is me by my own efforts. Of course, it takes lots of time. I can come out of the binding Prakriti, I can create the helping one. If somebody has this wisdom and knows all the knows how know-hows, from the Shastra and the Guru. Accordingly, when he works, then he can master the Prakriti, use the Prakriti. Second point. Third, now what is the Prakriti? We have heard it thousand times. Prakriti has three gunas, Sattva and Rajas and Tamas. Clear? Another example. If I am tamasic, that till 9 o'clock I am sleeping, is it that the sleep itself is coming to me up to 9 o'clock? If that's the case, everybody in the world should sleep up to 9. But don't you see in your own house when you are sleeping like buffalo, your own mother gets up at 4, 4:30. By the time you get up to graze the food prepared by her, already she has done 50 works. So many things she has done. And you just like that husband wife. Husband was going on sleeping from 40 years up to 8 o'clock. The wife was going on getting up at 4, 5:30 and doing everything. तो इसने ये वाला अपना आदत बनाया, उसने वो वाला बनाया आदत. No, you can't blame the nidra that nidra overpowered me. You gave chance to it. And the other way around can be possible. The man can decide, no, from tomorrow, 4 I'll get up. And to get up, whatever precautions have to be taken, he takes up. With all difficulties when he starts and continues, within few months, he also can get up at 4. And the wife also can think the other way around. बहुत हो गया 40 साल से मैं उठ रही हूँ मैं सो जाऊंगी उनकी तरह. She can start all nonsense and she can become buffalo. Up to 8 9 she can sleep. So the nidra or that activeness, it is what you gave importance and what you became practical, what practice you have done, isn't it? Think about it. That's why in this world, as we said just now, how many people are there? सुबह 6 से रात को 10 तक. Hundreds of places they go, hundreds of people they made so much of works they do. They made a habit. And others, पता नहीं दिन भर सोते रहे सोते रहे सोते. तमोगुण. So I have valued tamoguna sitting on my head. I have valued rajoguna sitting on my head. Both of them are destructive. Now the third one is sattva guna. It is I have to have the wisdom that I have to command the sattva guna of the prakriti. For that, I have to first of all change the diet. सात्विक भोजन लेना है, राजसिक तामसिक छोड़ना है. Second is change the books we read. Sattvic only we have to read. Change the friends. Sattvic friends only we have to have. Change the TV channels. See only Sattvic programs. Change the places you are going. Go to the Sattvic places. Meet the great saints and sages who are Sattvic. अब ये करते रहो तो you will become Sattvic. So to a person in such a Shuddha Sataguna with gurus, saints and sages continuously in spirituality, yet he just by going into wrong Sangata slowly can give him that Sattva Guna. He can become तामसिक राजसिक. कितने लोग नहीं फंस रहे है ना. उच्च स्थिति से लोग नीचे गिरकर फंसने वाले यू कैन सी और नीचे स्थिति से ऊपर उभरने वाले आल्सो यू कैन सी by their own effort. So this knowledge when you have and accordingly when you practice change you can change. In this, the thing to be known is from sattva to fall down is easier. From rajotama to rise up to sattva is extra effort you have to put. Extra sacrifices you have to do. And that's worthy. Because in sattva guna only, all good things, as we just know earlier, dharma, the seva, the upasana, the punya, the yajna, the adhyatmikata, hota hua, we'll have outer inner sukha shanti and spiritual growth. In Rajas and Tamas, we just become slaves to the objects and senses and we become adharmic criminal, invoking all the curses, all the naraka adi for us. So low. This is our today's common sense thought. One more, what is then actual sadhana? Tomorrow we'll see. If we remember, or if any other thought, that. Thank you. Now let us do Prarthana Sankalpa Sahana Bhavatu and also our Gita study. ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद् गीता उक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराणे इतिहास संत वाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तर्षमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायिनां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरणस्य व्याप्ति विश्व अध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने गंगणमध्यस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णा समस्त मंदिराणामाश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां भूभागादीनां पुनर्वाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापनाद्वारा उपासना यज्ञयाग आध्यात्मिककर्मणां द्वारा सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकैः संस्कृतेः बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मास्मिन् वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः शाश्वतरूपेण सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थमिश्रे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्सङ्गसाधना सेवा मातापितृदेशधर्म सनातनधर्मभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये शान्तिमन्त्रोच्चारणं श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अष्टादशोऽध्यायस्य अध्ययनं जन्मसाफल्यार्थं विजयार्थं मोक्षार्थं सनातनधर्मार्थं भारतवर्षार्थं विश्वकल्याणार्थं च करिष्यामहे। शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Friends, 18th chapter, 65th shloka. As promised, Bhagavan is telling the essence of all jnanam, the essence of all sadhana, then the ultimate goal to be reached. It's a summary of what has been taught so far in Gita, in all Shastras. It's what the pinnacle of all the wisdom which we are to have and which we have to practice and to reach. Let us do the chanting of it 4 times, and we have started seeing the meaning of it. We'll try to finish it today. Tomorrow, the Sarvadharman Parityajya, most beautiful, profound shloka. Whatever the Lord wants. Start. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri VYASA Sharanam Mama, Shri SADGURU Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, अथाष्टादशोऽध्यायः मोक्षसन्न्यासयोगः पञ्चषष्टितमः श्लोकः श्रीभगवानुवाच मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैष्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैष्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैष्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे मन्मना भव मद्भक्तः मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैष्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे. This shloka comes after सर्वगुह्यतमं भूयः शृणु मे परमं वचः इष्टोऽसि मे दृढमिति ततः वक्ष्यामि ते हितम्. My Paramavacha, which is Sarvaguhyatamam, supreme most profound secret, again I am telling you because you are so dear to me. And I am telling you because te hitam, in this your ultimate good is there. Okay, thus these two shlokas become very crucial, 65, 66. In the 66th, essence is told what to do to get the ultimate. So one by one word, you listen, understand the meaning, and try and see how detailedly we'll be able to understand it. First, Manmana Bhava. Second, Madhyaji Bhava. Sorry, Madbhakto Bhava. Third, Madhyaji Bhava. Fourth, Mam Namaskuru. Fifth, Mam Eva Eshyasi. Sixth, Satyam. Seventh, Te Pratijane. Eighth, Priyosi Me. 8 Shabdas, every one of them are complete things to understand. First is Manmana Bhava. Literal meaning is what? Manmana. We have a mind. Mind has thoughts. Thoughts are about the entire things of the world. Instead of that, in the mind's thoughts, let there be the Lord only. Okay? There, Lord's name, Lord's form, Lord's Leelas Kathas, Lord's Gunas, Lord's Krupa, Lord's Karuna, all of that, including the Lord's absolute real nature. that it is He is Sat Swarupa, Chit Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa. So mana is flow of thoughts. Thoughts have the subject in them. Let that subject matter be the Lord. Like now I closed my eyes. My mind is there. In the mind there are thoughts. In the thoughts, there may be a scooter, there may be a cycle, there may be a road, there may be a person, there may be an eatable. These are the contents that makes my mind. Now, instead of that, I have the Lord. So, Bhagavan Krishna, Krishna's Mukharavinda, Krishna Charanaраvinda, and Krishna, his Bhagavata, what we studied, his entire Leelas, how he protected the Bhaktas, isn't it? All of that way, always having thoughts of Bhagavan in the mind is called Manmana Bhava, isn't it? Very, very essential it is. Because whatever thoughts you entertain, you have attachment to that. And whatever the attachment you have, those vasanas are formed. Whatever the vasanas formed, those only thoughts will come. And those thoughts, as from vasanas when they come also as unwanted, the raga, dveshas, desires. Then they push us to do unwanted activities, giving us the unwanted result of dukkha bandhana. The manmana bhava. That's how you can see lots of devotees. They are always in their mind have the Lord and not difficult to understand. And the two famous examples are the mother, the one who is conceived, the one who is pregnant. All her mind's thoughts are about that child only. Even after birth, for first 2 months, she is fully conscious. Little the child when grows, then that child is taken care of by the grandparents also, etc., etc. In the same way, if there is that liking, attachment, love between two boy and girl, so manmana bhavaha, she always thinks about him. He also thinks about newly married Mason. He goes to office, but his mind is with her. She also waiting for him. That type of examples, manmana bhava. So to somebody who wants to become civil servant, throughout the day is thinking about that only, how to prepare, how to do the exam well, etc. Somebody wants to become politician, somebody wants to cricket player, somebody wants lot of money. So whichever, whosoever, whatever desire, his mana becomes one with that. How many examples we give? So instead of all of that, you become manmana. Bhava means become. Your mind be having thoughts related to me only. Manmana bhava. Okay? Because the Lord alone is reality. Lord as avatara alone is helping. Other than him, everything else also is the Lord's expression only. But then there we get lost. Anna? Like from the same plant only, the rose came, from the same plant only, the thorn came. But rose is very soft to touch, the thorn is piercing. Don't ask the question, but why from the same plant the rose came and thorn came? Be intelligent to touch the flower and not the thorn. Anna? The question to which there is no answer, drop the question is the answer. If there is a plant, further there is a rose and also thorn. I am not supposed to touch the thorn, it will pierce and give pain. I can touch the flower or see the beauty of it. So simple. And I eat kela, throw the chilka. But why Bhagavan gave both of them? Wrong question. Any answers are given, it will not satisfy. Simple thing, eat chilka, you will get paid. Kadar, eat kela, it's good for you. Eat kela and throw the chilka. Full stop. Don't ask further questions. है ना? क्यों नहीं भगवान ने इसे बनाया? अरे हर एक चीज के लिए उनको सवाल करते रहे बेवकूफ. उनका जो करना है वो करेक्ट है. Just accept it. Manmana bhava, I explain to you. So the Gopikas, their mind is always in Paramatma. Isn't it? How many Maha great devotees we have seen. Right? When in the mana, whether the thoughts are only of the Lord, His stories, His Leelas, His Kripa, His Karuna, Sundara Rupa, His Nama, slowly what will happen is His glory we are able to understand. When we understand His glory, in general and also in our life, we start developing affinity towards Him. That's called bhakti. Therefore, the second word Bhagavan says is Mad Bhakto Bhava. Be my bhakta. All your emotional attachments, devotions, likings should be to me only, not to the world. Because I am reality. I am the one to bless you. I am the one to give you moksha. Other than me, all is my Maya. If you start bhakta of them, then they will pull you down. You are already seeing that. Other than me, whoever is attached, anybody is attached to anything other than me, they all have lost in their life. Whoever have bhakti towards me, they are given liberation. Mad bhakta bhava. This is the second sadhana to be done. Okay. Then third one is mad yaji bhava. What a bhakta's nature, what a beloved's nature always, our attitude or action is whatever he has got, he gives to his lover only. That giving everything to the lover is called doing yajna. सब उनके लिए. That's why मत याजी. Yaji means मेरे लिए यज्ञ करो. Means anything you do, you keep on offering to me only, and do only these things which please me. Do only those things which I told you to do, and offer everything to me. Okay. In the being bhakta, there is a emotional affinity called devotion. In the manmana bhava, the conscious effort to remember everything regarding Lord. So manmana bhava mein conscious effort to remember the Lord. Mad bhaktaha, devotion to the Lord. Madhyaji is doing everything for the Lord only. Told by the Lord, offering it to him. Now wherein everything is offered to the Lord, what is remaining for us with us? Nothing. Only one thing remains. That is I. That I also offer to the Lord. That's called as Mam Namaskuru. In that Namaskara, I offer myself to the Lord. In Yajna, I offer everything belonging to me to the Lord. In Madbhaktaha, I develop my devotion to the Lord. In Manmanabhava, I spend all my indriyas in listening or in thinking about the Lord so that His glory is understood. So Manmanabhava Madbhakta Madhyaji Mamanavaskar. What is the result? Mameva Eshyasi. You will reach me only. Satyam. There's no doubt at all. It's absolute truth. Pratijane. ते प्रतिजाने मैं तुम्हारे लिए प्रतिज्ञा कर रहा हूं कि तुम ये करने का मेरे लिए प्रतिज्ञा करके करो. आई एम डूइंग द प्रतिज्ञा दैट यू विल रीच मी. एंड व्हाई आर यू टीचिंग ऑल दिस टू मी एंड व्हाई विल यू टेक मी इनटू योरसेल्फ? बिकॉज़ प्रियोसी मे प्रियोसी यू आर द मोस्ट डियरेस्ट टू मी. So Mame Vaishya says Atyante Pratijane Priyosime. These words little more will discuss tomorrow. Thus this shloka will be thoroughly explained. Then Sarvadharman Parityajya also will study 2 or 3 days. Thereafter Sanjaya's Arjuna's comments will be there. Arjun ka to ek shlok hoga. Sanjay will be saying in 6 shlokas. With that, this is our 864th day today. 8 se 4 Bhagavad Gita. 6 more days, let's say 870 or 75 days, we will be concluding. Offering at the feet of the Lord. And the talks are available on YouTube. Anytime you can want, you can listen. We have done the Ramayana also, Tulsi Ramayana also, Almiki Ramayana also, hundreds of shlokas, many stotras I taught you, Veda mantras I taught you, Vedic chantings we have done. It was a colossal effort. And like this, every day I'm doing 7-8 classes. Not only this. This is very just now I did Mandukya. Morning I had Geetha with Bhashya. Before that, Shvetashvatara. Within 1.5 hours, again, somewhere Geetha in Hindi. After that, Yoga Smaramana. After that, Adi Shankara's literature. After that, Purana Parayanam. So many things are happening. Almost all of them are live on YouTube. You attend, you tell your friends, your relatives, your grandparents. Whoever have a chance, time, they can come make use of it. Thank you. We'll conclude. See you tomorrow. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति मापनुयात् शांतो मुच्यते वन्दिभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्य अनुमोचेत् अस्तु सत्कमे तमसोम ज्योतिर्गमे मृत्योर्मामृतंगमे ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमशिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणस्तु. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. गीता माता की जय. व्यास भगवान की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पदे महादेव. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मृति राम राम. अंबे में श्री आत्मराक्ति माता की जय. समश्रुता वक्सा से उपाल जिज्ञास धर्म संता मोक्ष मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म विधान की जय. समस्त युवा मंडल की जय. दैट्स ग्रेट फ्रेंड्स. वंडरफुल. सी यू टुमारो.